Please be seated. I declare this ceremony open. Colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, as Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I want to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for the School of Science and Technology. I would also like to welcome our honorary graduate, Kristin Helenga. The university gives great consideration to offering these invitations, and we are delighted when persons of such distinction wish to join our community. I know that you will prove to be an inspiration to our students, and we're all looking forward to hearing your thoughts a little later in the ceremony. These ceremonies are the highlight of the academic year. It is the time when we share in and celebrate the success of our students. So to our graduands, I would like to offer my own personal congratulations on the academic achievements about to be recognised. I would also ask you to pause for a moment to think about those people who've supported you as you've made this journey. In particular, family and friends. Graduands, please join me in a round of applause to thank all those people who've helped you along the way to reaching your goal. It has been another very successful year for our university. As we take pride in being a teaching-intensive university, I will start with a few highlights arising from our educational provision. All higher education institutions in the UK are reviewed every 5 years by the Quality Assurance Agency in order to examine the quality and standards of teaching. We had our review visit in February, and we were delighted that we were not only judged to have met all national expectations, but also to possess examples of notable practice. In particular, our focus on both the employability of our students and our relationships with employers. This included the development of the University Employability and Enterprise team over the last 3 years to enhance career prospects. The most recent data shows that our graduate employment rate continues to rise. We remain committed to innovation enhancement within our curriculum. The university moved up 6 places in this year's Guardian University Guide thanks to improved scores for student satisfaction in course quality, teaching, and feedback. The most recent National Student Survey results reported that 87% of our students were satisfied with the university, ahead of the sector average, and we were ranked 13th in the What Uni Student Choice Awards. The National Guardian Awards this year saw NTU take the top and the runner-up spot in the Teaching Excellence category, recognition of our bold approach to new methodologies of learning. And we also won the prestigious Times Higher Education Award for Student Experience with our student dashboard, which supports students and their tutors in conversations about academic and personal development. These are all clear signs that NTU's commitment to innovation in teaching and learning is having a strong impact on you, our students, in relation both to your satisfaction with things that really matter to you while studying with us and in your employment prospects when you leave. I said we were a teaching-intensive university, but we're also an enterprise university. We have a long-standing reputation for many of our courses incorporating sandwich years and increasing numbers of our students undertake work placements. The Hive, which provides active support for new student startups, has helped create 400 companies over the last 14 years. 70% are still trading, employing over 500 people, and possessing a turnover in excess of £11 million. NTU also won the 2015 Guardian Business Engagement Award for our greenhouse gas project, where students work as consultants to small companies to reduce their carbon impact. This is consistent with NTU being one of the greenest universities in the world. We were recently ranked 4th in the People and Planet University Green League 2015. So the university adopts an entrepreneurial approach across all of its activities. We're major shareholders in Notts TV, the most successful local BBC TV franchise, and have taken a stake in the National Video Games Arcade here in Nottingham. Such projects enable us to integrate fully work experience into our curriculum. More broadly, BioCity, co-founded by NTU, is one of the most successful life science startup incubators in Europe. It provides facilities, shared services, and investment to new and growing bioscience companies. Underpinning all that we do is research and scholarship. As with our teaching, our research is also evaluated by peers once every 5 years in a process called the Research Excellence Framework. The most recent results were published last December. 100% of NTU research submitted under biomedical sciences, business and management studies, and psychology was categorized as world-leading or internationally excellent. We have a number of world-renowned research groups that have attracted significant international funding, including the John Van Geest Cancer Research Centre, established here at NTU by a significant founding gift, which is doing crucial work on breast and prostate cancer. So central to the success of our students is the commitment and talent of academic staff here at the university, many of whom join me on stage today. These are the people who've enabled you to achieve your ambitions during your time with us. There are also all those university staff in professional roles who've helped you in student services, student support, catering, security, libraries, and many more. I know that these colleagues take as much pride as any of us in working for a university that empowers students to fulfill their aspirations. Again, I ask you to join with me in showing your appreciation of their efforts. The other major contributor to the success of the university is Nottingham Trent Students' Union, and I'm delighted that they have just won the National Union of Students Students' Union of the Year Award for 2015. So well done to all of you for part in that. Each and every school at NTU strives for excellence and to provide exceptional education to our students. And I can share with you today just a few of the successes that we've achieved over the past year. The exceptional teaching within the School of Science and Technology has been recognised by outstanding results in the latest National Student Survey. For example, BSc Mathematics achieved 100% overall satisfaction, a nationally significant and unusual achievement. 2 physics students secured high-prestige placements with CERN in Switzerland, and 3 final-year students completed a course at the Swedish Institute of Space Physics in the Arctic. These examples exemplify the opportunities NTU offers to UK students to develop their skills overseas, and I'm proud that they're representing NTU internationally. The school also raised the profile of the university at this year's prestigious World Expo in Milan. A giant aluminium lattice structure, the Hive, designed by an NTU alumnus, was the centrepiece of the UK Pavilion, commissioned by UK Trade and Investment. The role of the pavilion is to showcase cutting-edge UK research, innovation and enterprise, promoting the UK as an open economy where important work is being done to address issues of ecology and sustainable futures. The Hive encapsulated groundbreaking work by the School of Science and Technology in monitoring the health of bee colonies. Designed to highlight the importance of bees to the environment, it presented scientific research that could help reverse an alarming decline in their numbers. Since its May 1st opening, it's received over 500,000 visitors. Overall, we provide an excellent education and student experience to almost 30,000 students, including around 20,000 undergraduates. We're pleased that approximately 3,000 international students from 110 countries choose to study with us each year. In our view, diversity in our student body has educational benefits within and beyond the classroom. In this context, we're proud of being a university that offers opportunities to students from a broad range of backgrounds. We have as many UK undergraduate students from the least well-off households as we do from the most well-off. We believe that promoting participation and encouraging aspiration are central to our social mission. We're proud that we create graduates that make strong civic as well as cultural, economic and social contributions to our society. We believe that in so doing, we're making the world a better place for everyone. And that's why we value our links to Nottingham, one of the UK's great cities. It's why it is important to us that our students undertake over 40,000 hours of volunteering in the community each year, and more than 450 of our staff also regularly support local charities during working hours. Once you have graduated, you become one of the alumni of this university. You join a body of 125,000 former students across the world with whom we're in contact. As you'll have seen from the display prior to the ceremony starting, they work in a range of occupations and have a range of achievements. It is a great network. Do use it and do keep in touch as you make your way in life. But in time, consider how you could help future generations of students as some alumni have helped you, perhaps with lectures, placements, careers advice, scholarships, and contributions to facilities and research. But that is for the future. Today, enjoy your success with your tutors, family, and friends. The Pro Vice-Chancellor and Head of College will now admit you to your degrees.
Thank you, Pro Vice-Chancellor. We will now present graduands with their awards, and I invite the stewards to bring forward the first group. Graduands, as you leave your seats, please remain in your current order to receive your certificates. Professor Yvonne Barnett, Pro Vice-Chancellor and Head of College of Arts and Science, will confer awards on students from the School of Science and Technology. These students will be presented by the Dean, Professor Martin McGinnity.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, Academic, the following have qualified for awards from the School of Science and Technology. Doctor of Philosophy degree, Nicasio Giraldi, whose research is on wetting of non-rigid surfaces. Mahir Kamat, whose research is on the involvement of non-B DNA-forming sequences in mediating missense mutations, microdeletions and microinsertions in human inherited disease. Amy Lee, whose research is on density functional theory studies of polarons in Syria. Giovanna Martinez Arellano, whose research is on forecasting wind power for the day-ahead market using numerical weather prediction models and computational intelligence techniques. Ian Varley, whose research is on genetic predisposition for stress fracture injury and altered bone metabolism. Neil Williams, whose research is on dietary supplementation for the treatment of hypopnea-induced bronchoconstriction in physically active asthmatics. Master of Research degree in Pharmaceutical Analysis, Marouk Mukhtar. Postgraduate Certificate in Chemistry, Badr Abdul Jabbar. Master of Science degree in Engineering, Electronics, Haider Akbar Bajwa. Master of Science degree in Engineering Management, Waji Mansouri, Chiazam Okuye. Chang Su. Master of Chemistry degree in Chemistry, James Ayres, Benjamin Hanby, Ryan Hemming. Alistair Murrell, Daniel Moore, Alexander Morit. Dean Perry, Laura Magnall, Andrew Nelson. Master of Chemistry degree in Chemistry with professional practice and international study, Calum Birch, William Dixon, Calum Scott. Master of Science degree in Physics, Thomas Alcock, Jack Greaves, Hamad Mehi. Daniel Pollock, Matthew Rogers. Anthony Turner, Liam Hardwick, Stephen Parslow. Harry Ozell, Thomas Lees. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Chemistry, Christopher Dancy, George Fox, George Seifers. Miles Terry, Emily Woodcock, Mohammed Altaf. Bethany Bancroft, Peter Barker, Megan Brown. Thomas Cornick, Rachel Cullinan, Beth Dickens. Tin McHo, Clarissa Rigby, Amy Smith. Lewis Wesley, Martin Zaki, James Ablett. James Hull, Axel Larson, Javan Mann. Christopher Taylor, Vinita Mistry. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in coaching and sport science. Jessica Carney, Jack Southwart, Bill Anderson. Aidan Brown, Lawrence Brown. Matthew Culver, Sophie English, Natalie Goodwin. Hamish Hall, Matthew King, Diarmid Linehan. Liam Reid, Leon Spry, Jordan Stanley Smith. Joseph Sullivan, Richard Taylor, Calum Walker. Joe Brown, Cameron Davidson, Daniel Dobson. Alex Kerr, Andrew Tang. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in computer science. Victoria Anarero Nweki, Aaron Moore, Joseph Scott. Sabir Banglawala, Muhammad Qassam. Alex Close, Samuel Fair, Benjamin Woodward. Kok Kong Cheong, Russell Claxton. Arka Mitra, Charlotte Neal, Molly Redmond. Frurutan Tarunchandra, Saras Thompson. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in computer science, games technology. Stefan Pajtra, Andrew Banner, David Shearing. Dinghua Kwan, Federico Mazzone. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in computer science and mathematics. Stephen Dolby, Peter Norman, Danielle Williams. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Computer Systems, Forensic and Security, Ashley Dennis, Olamide Kolawole, Anthony Prodromou. Michael Wilkinson, Francisco Macado. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Computer Systems, Networks, Christoph Nogojic, Sam Evans, Simon Warmby. William Ferraccioli, Giuliano Rapose, Ashley Colton. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Computer Systems Engineering, Michael Clark, Ase Egweke. Obina Opara, Su Kit Wong, Sylvia Chung. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Computing, Christian Pove, Matthew Oliver, John Owen. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Digital Media Technology, Andrea Ellis, Amit Sandhu, Nisanth Panir Shelvan. Aaron Asante, Louis Carles, Pronam Dalal. Christopher Snowden, Lewis Taylor, Nico da Silva. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Environment and Leisure Management, Alexander Hooker. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Exercise, Nutrition and Health, Zoe Brennan, Nicole Cawley, Amy Chambers. Lucy Clay, Emily Fern, Jenna Hope. Robert Needham, Hannah Sanderson, Danielle Lakin. Christopher Marshall, Haley Oliver, Amy Tidball. Thomas Adams, Adegbemiro Adenea, Matthew Evans. Rachel Sharp, Daniel Champion. Ben Cousins, Rebecca Lindsley. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Financial Mathematics, Zainab Ali, Jack Dormer, Nathan Cooner. Annabelle Lee, Sam O'Connell. Anna Oke, Mohammed Sharif, Temeluluwa Akomolafe. Sophie Burke, Catherine Denton, Ryan Kent. Matthew Seaton, Peter Stone, Ki Chao Shen. Stuart Cooper, Lewis Hackney. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Forensic Biology, Zoe Wiggins, Francesca Bull, Georgina Cutts. Joanne Horn, Francesca Smith, Thomas Storer. Bethany Wallace, Madeline Ward, Nicola Whitemore. Catherine Ashton, Kieran Chudasama, Jessica Salter. Daisy Weston, Amy Root. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Forensic Science, Sophie Buswell, George Hollingsworth, Jessica Leese. Jessica Morwood, Abigail Simmons, Holly Walton. Keisha Belvit, Alexander Chappelle, Ravneet Narula. Komal Shah, Hannah Snedden, Sarah Stockton O'Brien. Rosemary Wells, Danielle Adams. Stacey Endres, Jagdeep Hungjin, Rizwana Khalifa. Rebecca Nichols, Emily Norton, Helen Hayes. Caleb Naylor, Thomas Blackley. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Forensic Science Physical, Sophie McNichol, Dave Buffin, Cassandra Dudley. James Phillips, Rebecca Evans, Philippa Seymour. Pro-Vice-Chancellor Academic, that concludes the presentation of awards for the first group of graduates.
I am pleased to invite Dr. Jill Scott, Dean of the School of Education, to give the oration for our honorary graduand, Kristin Halenga, and to present her to the Pro-Vice-Chancellor to receive her award.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, Kristin Halenga is the founder of the charity Copperfield. You may be aware of its work to raise awareness about breast cancer. Its style is funny, even irreverent, but its message is deadly serious. Chris was diagnosed with advanced breast cancer at the age of 23. Far too young, it seemed, even to be examined. But people in their 20s and even teenagers are not immune, and Chris was determined to make sure that her peers and their younger friends and siblings knew about the risk and what to do about it. So, within weeks of diagnosis, during her first round of chemotherapy, Chris and her twin sister Maren set up a campaign to reach out and urge people to check themselves. They gave it a name that would catch its target audience and attract media coverage, an expression that might once have caused a stir on the BBC or even at a university graduation. Copperfield. Yes, the message is, give yourself a boob check. If it feels not quite right, go and get medical advice. And boys, you're included too, because although the risk is smaller, the cancer can get you too. Copperfield has harnessed Twitter and Facebook, as well as traditional media, and the backing of DJs, musicians, and TV presenters. Chris made a documentary for BBC Three about her life and has raised awareness of millions. Now 29, she still receives treatment for her cancer, but her mission blazes on. Chris was one of the youngest patients her doctors had seen. She realised there was a blank spot in the medical outlook and a consequent low level of information and support for people like her. The situation has now improved, thanks to movements like Copperfield, and also, sadly, to publicity given to other young people who did not survive late diagnosis. People like Lisa Lynch, who wrote a cancer blog. She and Chris became friends, and many here today will have seen the BBC play The C Word, with Sheridan Smith as Lisa, and a scene with Chris playing herself. Chris and her team highlight that health education at a younger age needs to be better. Her call for action has been widely taken up, not only in fundraising runs, but with events to spread information in schools, universities, and other places. Our own NTU students enthusiastically run a Copperfield Uni Boob team, with the aim of giving everyone the best chance of surviving cancer through early diagnosis. Chris won a Pride of Britain Award in 2009, a Cosmopolitan Ultimate Campaigner in 2011 for her endeavours, and was nominated for a Woman of the Year Award in 2011. As a fun way of getting their message across, Copperfield uses flash mobs, travels to festivals with their boob tents, projects images onto famous buildings, but also everyday things like sending a text message to people, reminding them to check themselves that day. Chris is the charity's CEO and manages a team of 6 people, a job she combines with monthly visits to hospital for top-ups of what she calls characteristically straightforwardness, bone juice. All year, people are raising money for Copperfield on runs in Liverpool, Leeds, Edinburgh and Hackney, to name but a few, or walking 100 kilometres from London to Brighton. After years of getting others to run, Chris herself decided it was time to join in. As she said herself, she had a good excuse not to do it, but she has nothing to prove. But with her friend Georgette, she got into training and did the Liverpool 10K in May. She tweeted, "Wow, just wow, what a feeling. I am so proud of my body. I did it, 1 hour, 3 minutes. Chris, we are all so proud to share this occasion with you. Pro Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Kristen Halenga, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Public Administration honoris causa, in recognition of her significant contribution to charity work, health awareness, and community spirit.
Whoa, okay. Well, that's quite something. Thank you so much. So, Pro Vice-Chancellors, ladies and gentlemen, very, very clever students, and people with boobs. Thank you so much for this recognition. It's an incredible honor, and I cannot even begin to explain how happy it makes me, or even expect anyone to understand. To understand, you too would have to been diagnosed with incurable cancer, endured hellish treatments, started a charity, worked your ass off, doubted yourself immeasurably, but since I do not recommend that you get cancer, I cannot expect you to understand how this feels. If this isn't the ultimate flipping of the bird to cancer, then I do not know what is, and I'd like to think that after today, cancer will finally realize that it is messing with the wrong girl. I said I wasn't going to get emotional. It's moments like this that really make me realize how much I want to live and remind me why being alive is so freaking cool. I never expected to find myself giving advice to people graduating from an establishment of higher education or even be wearing this get-up. And in fact, I never graduated from one of these myself. It was just never for me, and because there was nothing that I was passionate about, nothing that really moved me until, of course, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and soon realized that young people were well and truly being let down when it came to cancer education. I didn't want to live in a world where people weren't given the best chance of surviving this disease. And so in a sense, I didn't have a choice but to do something about it. And therein I found my passion, my reason, and with an unshakable conviction that I would change the world with or without boobs. Now, I wanted to share some nuggets of wisdom with you. They may or may not serve as advice to you. When I started all the Copperfield madness, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I will be honest, I still don't. But I learned by doing it, and I'm pretty much blagging it. But you know what? Anything that's worth doing is probably not easy. And where would the fun be in doing something that you know is going to work? You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you, but if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew you never knew. Now, if you recognize that quote, then you are already winning at life. There will be days when the world seems to be conspiring to be against you. At that point, do not underestimate the power of a cup of tea, and also neighbors, and I don't actually mean the people living next door, but they might help. I mean the TV show. And if that's no use, cry, because crying is great and it's real therapy, and I'm talking to boys too, it's okay to cry. Be there for others and be prepared to stick the kettle on for other people too. You and only you are responsible for your happiness. Do not blame others. Happiness and good fortune will not be handed to you on a plate. There was nothing that I could have done about getting breast cancer. And what I actually learned, and what is now my daily mantra, is that you can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter. There's a theme here. As Mary Poppins once famously proclaimed, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun, and I believe there has to be an element of fun. Do things that feel like an adventure and stop them when they feel like work. There's a world out there that is starving for good leadership. It craves your wisdom, your creativity, and your humanity. Please go be good people, because the world needs you. And if you don't know how, just pretend to be someone that does. Fake it till you make it. I'm here on this stage for a reason, and if cancer is that reason, then so be it. You are here for a reason, you've worked your socks off, and we're here to celebrate your efforts. And I have to say, some of those titles and papers that you've written and stuff, oh my God, they blew my mind. It sounds very clever, so just spout those and you'll do all right. Now, some of you pursued secondary education, higher education to follow your dreams, and some of you are here to please parents. Whatever the reason, I hope you realize how absolutely fortunate you are to have been given the opportunity to learn. You're ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. Please recognize your passion and go make the world a more interesting and better place. I may have lost a boob and the chance of a long life, but what I have gained is pretty goddamn awesome. I mean, hello, honorary doctorate. That's not something I ever thought I was going to get. And you know what? It absolutely shouldn't take a cancer diagnosis to do epic things in this world and to make a good mark too. So go and own your meaning with or without cancer. And lastly, because it's my job to, please go and check your boobs tonight and remind all your loved ones and family and friends to do the same. And I mean your own, of course. So on that note, have an epic day, and I'll see you on the dance floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen. Would the stewards please bring forward the next group of graduands? I invite Professor Barnett, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, and Professor McGinnity to return to their places on the stage.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor Academic, the following have also qualified for awards from the School of Science and Technology. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Information and Communications Technology, Ingo Briggs, Kinsey Orton, Ashley Radford. Rashid Hamad Al-Noami, Emily Dawson, Joseph Paul. Matthew Sturges, Lloyd Baxter, Mayor Gohel. Zachary Ryle, Adam Turberth, Jonathan Wan. Ross Woods, Ben Archer. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Information Systems, Thomas Hutchinson, James Carley, Dharam Patel. Vaishal Patel, Kyriakos Sinonos, Gemar Gregory. Tinashe Mehik, Nikita Shah. Sam Horn, Ashish Jivram, Thomas Rogerson. Joseph Traynor, Anil Patel, Thomas Paul. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in mathematics. Alex Carr, Sarah Donoghue, Ruby Egerton. Siobhan Fisher, Anthony Fox, Dominic Holmes. Alex Hult, Gabriela Giuliano, Tiabara Catan. Katrina Kirshner, Jonathan Lester, Kim McGinley. Daniel Robbins, Devon Rose Russell, Rebecca Simpson. Zita Faduku, Emily Claydon, Benjamin Cool. Christian Corbett, Thomas Evans. Lewis Hancock, Lucy Harding, Thomas Hayes. Alexander Istiel, Benjamin Judge, Janice Clare. Grace Marcella, Daniel Mock, Kieran Rayman. Jake Saville, Thomas Walsh. Patrick Denning, Luke Harris, Ryan McCartney. Annie Purdue, Kingsley Webster. Alexander Adamovich, Craig Williams, Xavier Bateman. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Pharmaceutical and Medicinal Chemistry, Sunia Khatun, Lucinda Philpott, Neela Rochester. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Physics, Blaise Elsmore, Philip Hammersley, Christopher Prescott. James Rawlings, Lucas van Riesvig, Olivia Coots-Porter. Harry Duffern, Barney Davis, Alexander Miller. John Mitchell, Peter Saunders, Alex Shackelford. David Smith, Harry White, Chi-Ling Chang. William Murphy, Mitchell Rogers, Joseph Tansley. Gareth Jones, Timothy Rice. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Physics with Astrophysics, Adam Buck, Nathan Cook, Luke Eason. Noah Wood, Daniel Beckwith, Lawrence Blacketer. Graham Lewis, Alexander Owens, Daniel Pearce. James Stevenson, Ewan Almond. Robert Brooks, Michael Gray. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in physics with forensic applications. Rebecca James, Joanna Stafford, William Jeffries. Samuel Rule, Ross White. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in physics with nuclear technology. Oliver Scott, Adam Atkinson, Conor Emery. David Fairclough, Andrew Taylor. William Aldridge, Thomas Dowd. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in software engineering. Callum Haywood, Paul Milner, Samuel Imhogemi. Jihao Pai, Patrick Wahus, Nugu Inayu. Barney Ward, Samuel Dixon, Tom Greenfield. Thomas Knowles, Nadim Mehmood. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in sport and exercise science. Ryan Erdry, Aaron Chandler, Yasmin Harris. Coral Herod, Lewis Hill, Zoe Hughes. Timian Skirvin, Stephen Thorpe, Timothy Adcock. Jonathan Alvarez Olief, John Atkinson, Liam Coyne. Jack Heath, Beth Herrick, Samuel Higgins. William Howes, Ryan Lewin, Matthew Miller. Joshua Thomas, Joshua Thompson, Daniel Brumby. Christopher Dean, Frankie Henley, Jonathan Langston. Daria Ostapeak, Charles Pierman Edwards, Joshua Poulet. Joel Rees, Emma Smalley, Jack Stanley. Gabriella Young, Robin Flinders. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Sports Science and Management. Danielle Conway, John Critchley. Rebecca Dorset, Samuel Keane, Ryan Malin. Andrew Norton, Georgia O'Connor, Daniel Orwin. Biraj Palmer, Asher Pithian, James Worley. Liam Allwood, Jordan Christie, Thomas Foreman. Jack Hansen, Buddy Hawkes, Junaid Kayani. Craig Middleton, Daniel Nelson, James Nixon. Amy Parker, James Smith, Kelly Sutton. Natalie Young, Sarah Martin, Richard Ryan. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Sports Science and Mathematics. Emily Craig, Lauren Murphy, Danielle Podmore. Timothy Ryman, Adam Thompson, Nicola Foster. Adam Joel, Max Pennell, Charlie Perry. Helen Thompson, Jonathan Kingsley Mills, James Lavender. Ellen Mason, Matthew Smith, Sophie Shawcross. Foundation degree in Science with Forensic Science, Nikita Patel, Alice Stuffins. Master of Science degree, Ahmed Pathan, James Town. Bachelor of Science degrees with honours, Runak Joneja, Victor Clusey, Richard Karenji. Dada Abe, Tripta Multani, Imelda Adele. Michael Akara, Bilal Farouk, Michael Akanuli. Muhammad Suleiman, Thomas Willis. Pro-Vice-Chancellor Academic, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Science and Technology and concludes the presentation of awards to former students at this morning's ceremony.
In absentia, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those candidates who have not been presented in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy to receive their degrees, and I stand as proxy for them. Thank you, Pro-Vice-Chancellor. Alex Close, who earlier received a BSc Honours in Computer Science, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Right, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin by giving my thanks to Vice-Chancellor Professor Edward Peck and Deans of School for presenting and conferring awards today. In addition, I'd like to thank the Academic Office ceremonial team for organising today's event. It's been a fantastic day where we've all gathered together one more time before we head off into the big real world. My deepest thanks goes to the university staff, both teaching and non-teaching. They provided constant support throughout our time at university and shaped us into the graduates we are today. The support, time, patience and experience you have passed on to us will allow us to leave this chapter of our lives with fond memories, once we've forgotten the sleepless nights that our final years have graciously given us. In addition, a huge thanks needs to be given to the parents and guardians of all graduates here today. Without this fantastic support system, I'd imagine many of us wouldn't have got as far as we have. Whether it be a quick phone call for motivation or a checkup, a visit to go out for a meal, refill our cupboards, or putting up with all of our things when we move back home, we will thank you for your help and support. Finally, I'd like to congratulate all graduates here with me today for getting your degrees. I guess we have to enter the real world now, but before that happens, I'd like to see you all out for one last celebration tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. I now invite Professor Yvonne Barnett to draw this ceremony to a close.
Graduates, doesn't that sound good? Graduates, let me add my congratulations to that of the Pro-Vice-Chancellor. As you walked towards me across the stage, the expressions on your faces told me all that I needed to know. I saw pleasure and I saw pride, and quite deservedly too. These were shared by all of us on the platform and by all your friends and family in the audience. My colleagues and I came into university life for moments like this, when we celebrate the success of our former students who are about to go out and make the world a better place for us all. You have just graduated from a university that values ideas, creates opportunity, enriches society and connects globally. Indeed, these themes are the ones that have shaped our new strategy, creating the University of the Future. The strategy will ensure that we will continue to evolve so that the university is at the forefront of excellence in education. We consulted with our colleagues across all three of our campuses, with our students through Nottingham Trent Students' Union, and with our external stakeholders. The resulting strategy is bold in ambition, clear in approach, and practical in action. I have only time to provide a flavour of what we are going to do with an example from each of the themes. Valuing ideas. We'll see the development of the Trent Institute for Learning and Teaching, which will cement NTU's place in the vanguard of innovation in pedagogy. Creating opportunity will mean that in time, every student will undertake a work placement assessed as part of their degree. Under the theme of enriching society, we are creating a fund to invest in small and medium-sized companies, including student startups, that will increase the number of student placements and graduate jobs, enhancing the vibrancy of the regional economy. Connecting globally will see us develop a small number of institutional partnerships with universities, businesses, and public services in key cities around the world, starting in Chandigarh in India. As you can see, we will continue to work hard to make you as proud of NTU as we are of you. As we develop further our national and international reputation, your degree from NTU will become ever more valuable to you. Please keep in touch with us as you do with the friends for life that you have made here. Like them, we want to hear about your progress in your chosen careers over the forthcoming years. Thank you for all that you've done for the university and for your fellow students during your time with us. For example, running and participating in student societies, singing in the choir, participating in sport, volunteering in the community, and much, much more. It is our students that make our university what it is. As you leave us, you become our greatest ambassadors. My very personal best wishes to each and every one of you for your future. I declare this graduation ceremony closed.
Thank you, Pro-Vice-Chancellor. We would now like to invite you all to join us for some refreshments. These are available in the Newton building, which can be reached through the Nottingham Conference Centre, and we look forward to seeing you there. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the processional music and remain standing while the platform party leaves the hall.